It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What up, though, Woodward Sports? It's Monday, and it is once again hot as balls in the studio here.
Not as hot as me, Anson. Come on, baby. Let's go. Shoot him down already. Woo! All right, I'm sorry.
That's right. The Bray is away, so once again, the mice will play, but it is a balmy 85 degrees in the studio. Not only do we not have AC in the studio, but now we don't have the cold air in the offices to push to the studio anymore. And we aren't getting relief until the end of the week.
It's getting rough out here.
Gordo, we're melting. How are you, Gordy?
I'm doing pretty good, guys. Happy to be here. And, looking for something to give me a little bit more positivity, a little bit more juice.
Because the Tigers aren't doing it.
Speaking of juice, Juice Wade's in the house today. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great.
Caught the red eye from the west side?
Oh, yes. I am in the process of moving out of my college house.
Sad.
Not sad.
It is a little.
It's on to a next chapter of my life. I'm very content with my college experience. I had a wonderful time in college at Western Michigan. I was lucky enough
National champions.
to see a national championship there as well. The only thing that I am bummed about is my former hockey team this year is going to, and allegedly, because it's not official yet, are going to play a game on the outdoor rink at Western in January. And so that bumps me out, because if I would be there for one more year, I would have got to play on the
Waldo Stadium.
Hey, I'm still going to find my way out there. I'm working on some stuff with DMAC and both universities to make some content on the ice with some players on the team. So we'll see if that actually works out and happens, but that is what I'm currently working on right now as the head of the Woodward Sports Hockey Division.
Well, speaking of making your way to a big stadium, did you see some news over the weekend? Mr. Sweet Potato Cam going to your hometown. Welcome in, Sweet Potato Cam, by the way.
I sure did. Appreciate
SPC.
you, A-Dub. Actually, I went to a birthday party Saturday at Gallup Park. Shout out Ann Arbor to celebrate one of my boys' son's birthdays, and quite a few of my friends actually attended the Morgan Wallen show.
Were you there?
Friday night. I was not there.
Not a big country guy?
Only when I'm kicking it on the water, if I'm on the boat or
in Texas?
tubing. Yes. Well, tubing, really, though, I don't, in no way do I ever play it or seek it, but I can tolerate it big time when I'm floating, boating, fishing, all the ins. All the ins.
Boating. I love it, Cam.
Floating and boat. Well, listen, I'm pretty sure that here in Detroit, this kind of content has dominated your food. One, Morgan Wallen at the big house. Looks like he tore his ankle up at some point, twisted his ankle there. We had Hutch and Panay. We had lots of important Michiganders there. How did you feel about this?
Look, I mean, I am one of the biggest country haters of all time. I can't lie. I despise country music. I do not like it.
Get him.
Look, you can listen to whatever you listen to. I listen to robots and beep boop noise. So I mean, it's whatever floats your boat. However, I don't personally like listening to, oh, I'm a sad cowboy and I drive a pickup truck. Pew pew. Like, I'm okay. I'm gonna take a pass. However, there are some walkouts of Morgan Wallen's that are electric. Okay, I will give him some flowers because the idea of it is electric. However, like the Nick Saban one at Alabama was tough as nails. Peyton Manning at Tennessee. Okay, and this is no disrespect to Hutch. I love Hutch. However, Hutch was not aura farming enough, and neither were the Hughes brothers. The Hughes brothers, which throw that on. Hutch was at least pretty solid. But the Hughes brothers, I love the Hughes brothers. Shout out to Jack. Won us the gold medal in hockey, and Quinn. Please come to Detroit, please, please, please.
Por favor.
However, they looked like a couple teenagers who have never been out in the world before. Like, and here we go. All right, so.
Is this where he twists his ankle?
No, this is not. So, and then here come, like, you know, and for joy, like.
The J.J. McCarthy jersey is the cherry
J.J.
on
McCarthy
top.
jersey is crazy.
That's the cherry on
That is
top.
crazy.
Quinny,
That
what
is
are we
such
doing?
an L. I'm sorry, Quinn.
Quinny,
Like,
what are we doing?
and I get you play for the Wild. He's the Vikings quarterback. Like, I get, just no though. Like, come on, what are we doing? Look, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a Morgan Wallen guy at all. I don't like the music. However, some of the worst walkouts I've seen in terms of Morgan Wallen, because there have been some sweet ones, and also I don't think that the Big House has the electric atmosphere like the other places he's been. I mean, down in the South.
Yeah,
I mean,
those places
girls are lifting the shirts up, and guys are, wearing their shirts waving their shirts in the air. So I think it's a little different down there in the South.
We might have a shirtless show today, but I appreciate.
I'm getting close. I'm like one segment away.
But also, it's hilarious that the Hughes brothers came out, and I'm sure if Larkin didn't make that trade request, he would have been right there with them. But no, it doesn't. Not even allowed to come back to his own university.
I'm sure
and
he was
show off
asked.
his own gold medal in his own state. That's because he was with the Hughes brothers all weekend
in New York.
He was with them in NYC for Jasper Braid's wedding. And look, this is not my vibe. Someone else can take over because I'm just gonna keep hating. I'm sorry. This is not my scene, not my vibe.
Please continue, boys.
One thing I will say: if your song has an 808 in it, it's not a country song. Like, there's too much. Like, I like Chris Stapleton. I got to give a little bit of credit to modern country. Like, there are still a few decent artists out there. And, like, even, like, kind of like folk artists. Like, there's some good stuff coming out still that, people singing with the goddamn soul. But this is the same thing as the Taylor Swift tour or, like anything else. This is just the most mainstream, soulless,
Isn't he a POS, too?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like,
I don't know
been filled in
exactly.
on a little bit of drama.
Maybe
He's
former.
cheated on, like, 2 or 3 different other, like, country girls or country artists.
I have the internet right
Matt Broder, does this prove that Larkin is the most hated current athlete in Detroit? This spun in a different direction than I expected, but again, the Braves away, so the mice will
I really
play.
think he is. I remember y'all were talking about that last week, and Tarek kept coming up, Tarek this, Tarek that, but, like, I feel like it's Larkin.
Yeah.
Hometown kid, captain of, one of the most storied franchises in the city. Like, in my opinion, it's Larks.
Dante 151 says no, Matt Broder. That is Jalen Duren.
And the allegations I was talking about were that he said a racial slur on the internet, one that I will not repeat.
Oh.
However,
Wise choice.
Forgot. I
I'm
forgot that
sorry.
happened.
Is that the most on-brand allegation for that crowd of all time?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it. All right, and so you do you.
Freddie Felt in the chat. Gordo may be young, but his awareness of good music is grizzled.
It would be sick if someone else,
raised on the good shit.
Morgan Wallen is like the only person that's played a concert at the Big House in recent memory. Like, they should expand that. Let's have some other people take a crack at it.
It's only the second
Well,
concert,
last
right?
year it was a country show too.
I thought it was Morgan Wallen last year too.
No, I thought it wasn't it.
It was another well-known country artist.
sound the
that
same.
none of us are
It
into.
was some other.
They all sound the same. to me.
Put 2 white names together, and that probably sounds like somebody that's on tour right now.
So who would you have play there?
I saw someone say the Killers for Mr.
Well, that
Brightside.
would make sense, but they wouldn't get that big of a. That would have to be like during a game or
Yeah,
something.
Didn't they just play Pine Knob a couple
I think so, but
months ago?
Pine Knob is still like half of the Big House.
Zach Bryan. That was who it was.
Oh,
last year.
okay, that makes sense. That actually
Shout out
makes
to
sense.
Broder.
Yeah, he's loving this
I love
one
you,
right
Broder.
now. He's
I know you went to
Morgan
the
Wallen
concert.
PR team knows what they're doing. Yeah,
I'm just
until
not
the
saying.
rolled ankle.
I'm not. You guys do you though, because it looked like Penny Sewell had a great time with Tate Ratledge. Shout out to them. Emmett Finney was there. There was a lot of the Hughes brothers. I'm sure Larkin was there, but he just wasn't. Dude. Well, the one thing that I don't like, and I think, and this is just me as well. Jack Hughes didn't go to Michigan.
Freddie.
Okay, Jack Hughes didn't go to Michigan.
Yeah.
His brother, Luke Hughes, who plays on his team, did go to Michigan. And so the fact that, Morgan Wallen wasn't just like, oh, Luke, you're good, like, to come with your two brothers. You went to Michigan. No. I think that pissed me off. And that's a nitpick, but, he's still really good. You need a really good career at Michigan, too. I just think, Jack Hughes comes out and, I don't know, whatever.
John effing Lord
Shout
says,
out the Hughes brothers, though. I love them.
Says, give me Metallica and Korn in the big house.
Dude, I love Korn. Dude,
Yeah,
I would.
G-Man.
Oh,
done.
my God.
Freddie Felt, $2. I'd rather listen to Cats fuck than Morgan Wallen.
That's a solid one.
Freddie.
Also, who just said, Kevin Bell, Morgan Wallen, and Linkin Park, all songs sound the same. What the actual fuck are you talking about? You need to get your head checked if you think that Morgan Wallen sounds like Chester Bennington.
rolling in his grave over that comparison. Freddie Felt quickly.
Dead
replied to
ass.
that.
Yeah, Freddie Felt's with me on this. That's disgusting. That I will find you. I'm kidding. But that's
Ice
terrible.
9 Kills? Is that 9 Inch Nails? I've never heard
No,
of
that's a
Ice
different
9
band.
Kills.
Ice Nine Kills is they're all right.
Well,
We do have a great show for you guys
We
today.
do.
Lots of Lions
We do.
stuff. I'm very excited to talk about.
I thought I was going to give all the shade to Morgan Wallen today. I thought I was going to be the
I
only
think we
hater.
all have.
I didn't even have to say anything.
You did it.
You guys covered that really well, and all of you are Wolverines. I appreciate that
Go Blue.
so much.
Go Blue, but
today.
that shit was cringe as hell.
It was. But you know what? No need to feel cringe at Planet Fitness because it's a judgment-free zone, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's where you should obviously go get your workout in with 60-plus Metro Detroit locations and locations all across the country. Someone like Neil, he has his Planet Fitness here. His Planet Fitness in Florida. Spenny has his Planet Fitness in Royal Oak and the one over by him in Birmingham as well. So lots of options and places to go, and when you got to get right, there's no better place than in the judgment-free zone, where you can go get a lift in, a run, whatever you feel like. They even have exercise classes, so make sure you tap in today with Planet Fitness.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
You're building a whole combat sports enterprise in the heart of it in Detroit, and that's what I think is the coolest.
I think with opportunity, right? Like you said, maybe you like to punch people in the face for real, and you want to be a boxer, and you have an option there. Maybe you don't like getting punched in the face, and you want to make, you like the theatricals and the storylines, and so you have an avenue here. Maybe you start at one and then want to change to the other. I don't care. I just want you in the building and know that you have some place to go to explore that. Just having the ability to, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it to the best of your ability? And it all starts with the kids.
Game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
It is so hot out right now and so hot inside. Fortunately, we have a fridge full of the king of IPA category for 15 years now. Talking all day IPA from Founders Brewing, guys. It's never bitter, balanced, refreshing, citrusy, and it's got that 4.7% alcohol by volume to pace you throughout the day. if you're as hot as we are, it's time to get to the store and get yourself an all-day IPA. But make sure when you do, you drink it responsibly.
Some of the bands that they're name dropping in here, man. Oh, man, there's some good ones.
Yeah, they're hot on this topic, man. Keep them coming in. Dante 151, the $1.99 super chat. Hell, I would rather go to a Five Finger Death Punch concert than Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
An
But
Incubus
there-
311, an Incubus and 311 concert would go hard.
I saw them to.
It would,
they weren't
it
together.
would never happen, but I could definitely see like someone like John Summit playing there. Like, I don't think that Michigan would ever have an electronic
John Summit
dance music artist there.
Who the fuck is
I think
that guy?
that place would sell out, and they don't even know it.
They have no idea. Like, John Summit sold out Boulder in seconds for 2 nights. That's over 70,000 person venue.
How about some LS Dream out there?
That would never happen. I love it.
In Ann Arbor, why not? Welcome back. This is the Braylon Edwards Show. Braylon is in a sand trap playing with sand with Jalen Rose right now on the golf course. But
that must be fun.
You get Juice Wayne instead, and
Me
training
and Braylon
camp.
are trying to get on the course. I got to show him how it's done.
Yeah?
I'm kidding.
Just like you did up north.
No, I've been out with Braylon. I've been recording him and before for the company. He's very good. He is very good. However, and I'll tell us to him when we're out there. He's got one of the most impressive drives ever. But then sometimes he can't capitalize on those drives. And that's where I'm gonna get him.
Such as golf.
That's good. That's where I'm gonna get him because I'm not very good with the drive, but I got a good short game and I got good irons. So
Not good at driving, and according to Dante, not knowing who Five Finger Death Punch is insane, Justin.
Yeah, that comment.
When is their music from?
Like recent. They still make music now, but they got really popular
Aught
in
years
like
and
the
teens.
mid 2000s and
Those
like,
are the aught years.
yeah, and then
During
like,
the mid 2000s, I was listening
then-
to Eminem and
The mid
Dr. Dre.
2000s, he was listening to Baby Shark, bro.
Dude,
I mean,
Also,
by
this was-
2008, 2010, which would have been when I was like 6 and 8,
I was listening to
I was
Flo
very
Rida.
versed at that point in Eminem
Solid.
and
I
Dr. Dre
appreciate
from my
that.
family.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
I think we all were well versed in the Eminem back in the day.
Yeah.
But shout out Ricky BP from the D. Dante, I'm a 43-year-old black man from Detroit, and I know who the fuck Five Finger Death Punch is.
Diddy Gritty, shout out Ricky for being black and knowing who Five Finger Death Punch is.
Shout out to all you guys in the chat. We love the camaraderie and the back and forth.
Hey, well, listen, we had some shows over the weekend, and we had rookies reporting to Allen Park for training camp on Saturday. The vets report tomorrow, and I don't know.
Tomorrow,
Are you guys
tomorrow.
excited about this stuff? We're getting a lot of info and social media about hearing somebody that's supposed to be there, and then today we hear he's not there. Are you guys is it the switch flip yet? Is this doing it for you?
I mean, doesn't do it for me. Like, it's not gonna do it for me until the actual season starts. However, this is the end of summer. I mean, at least for us. I like, this is where we commit our time, where we start to show up for weekends to do pregame and postgame shows for you guys. And right now, like, this next weekend is my last weekend that I am not working. That I will be with you guys for the rest of August.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, well, that too. But in terms of the summer, like, I'm going up north for the last time this weekend, and I will not be going up there again until the spring, because we're locked in. It's football season. We're ready to go, and we got stuff to break down. We're actually going to see starters in the preseason this time. So I think it has a little bit more of a juice. I think that last year, knowing that they were never going to play, was kind of just like, all right, what are we doing? We're, flipping our cocks around over the wide receiver 5. And Isaac Tesla versus Jackson Meeks. Oh my God! It was fun while it lasted, and I actually like Meeks. I think he's a fun player to have as your wide receiver 5 and as a specialist. But it's the time is now. Like, the vets are about to show up, and stuff's gonna start happening. Like, I mean, we signed that linebacker today, which we'll get into in a little bit.
T Twirt in the in the chat, I still listen to Baby Shark. Kirby Joseph. He dominated the Woodward Sports group thread over the weekend. Getting a little wild and crazy with his stuff, talking the fact that he wanted you to bet him that he'd be showing up for training camp. Did you take that bet?
No. And look, all right, let me preface this by saying I love Kirby Joseph.
Same.
I pray that he returns to even 80% of himself with these knee issues, all right? But it's tough to back up a player when he's going on social media. He's replying to any Billy Joe schmo out there saying that, I bet you I'm not on the PUP list. And all that just to be on the PUP list. I know. It was just like
for real.
Spoiler.
It was just like I was like, it's like I can't really even put it into words. The unknowing, just lack of knowledge that I felt like I had towards the situation, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Kirby, it's one thing if you do it 1 or 2 times, if you respond to a couple people, but he tweeted out 20 times to a bunch of different people. And I love Kirby, and I think he's a great dude. I think he's hilarious. Mm-hmm. I think he is one of the most personable people on this Detroit Lions team, and he's so easy to root for. I loved when we picked him out of Illinois. I watched a ton of Illinois football because they're in the Big Ten. Yep. And he was a very good player in college.
Nuisance.
Yeah, and he had a ton of picks in his senior season of college. I think he had 7, which is a ton for college. If we need him back. We need him back, but it's not back on some BS. We need him fully back, fully healthy, and if that takes a little bit more time, that is fine. I'm not worried about September or October or November. I need Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch back, who's also on the PUP list, by December. Building up to the postseason. We will be fine without them. The Legion of Whom is honestly still active.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we got. We got Avonte Maddox and Thomas Harper at safety. We got Rock Ya-Sin and DJ Reed at corner. We got Abney playing the nickel. If I told the most borderline NFL fan about our cornerback room, do they even know a player in our that I just named?
No.
Maybe DJ Reed, but even a borderline fan is struggling to name your secondary. That is a problem.
Yeah.
That is an issue. And so the good thing is, especially early this season, those first 5 games are a fucking joke. We're going to be fine. The offense is going to put up 50.
Except Buffalo?
Except Buffalo. But I scheduled that Buffalo as a loss. Especially, it's always the 1-1 theory. I'm 80% of the teams in the NFL go 1-1.
I'll say this: if Buffalo wears those dookie-ass gray jerseys that they just released with the blue tops or the blue lids, we're whooping their ass. No
those
shot.
Jerseys
those are disgusting.
Fucking terrible. Holy shit! They looked at the Lions jerseys from a couple of years ago and they were like, "Oh, you thought that was bad? Watch this!" And then they did worse. And the stripe on the helmet looks awful. My God. I'm with you, Gordo.
Sorry, that was a total sidebar, but I felt like it had to be mentioned.
But yeah, I'm not surprised he's on the PUP. I don't think that he went about it the best way. Why are you challenging people and betting
people? Playing games and just get back to business, yo.
Read the room too, because we just lost our CB1, right? A guy that kept saying all this stuff in social media, and then he's got to go to court, and the only time we're hearing from him now is from the courtroom camera. You're doubling down on the back of that, Kirby. This isn't what we want to hear. We want honesty from our secondary right now. The silver lining, though, is that he can still not start the season on the PUP, correct?
Yeah, they could activate him. I believe they have until they trim to 53 to activate him from the PUP. And then at that point, if they don't, he is out at least the first 4 games of the season. We all expect Branch to be on the PUP to start the year. it's tough because we'll talk about the interior of the line when we bring up Tyreek in a little bit. But I went back this weekend and I watched the Bears-Lions Week 18 game. And that Bears line last year is very good, you could argue. Hutch looked like he was back into form. Hutch was all over. The pressures were there. Obviously, we wanted him to be better in the run game. And the interior did a pretty solid job. And the thing is, though, they were abusing us in the secondary. It was bad. And Caleb missed some open throws. They had some drops, which we were pretty fortunate that happened in that game because there was a couple plays that could have swung the entire game. And then, obviously, Caleb just goes total Iceman when he throws 10 yards over his receiver right into Avonte Maddox's palms for a pick in the most critical point in the game. So shout out to Caleb Williams for just blowing that game. But, yeah, I think that, like, I understand being down on the secondary, but the rest of the defense I am a little higher on than I was after watching that Bears game.
That's fair.
Detroit Dabber 313, you guys are overreacting. I can walk now. The actual quote that was put out by Kirby in his social media, literally betting people. I don't think everyone understands. Like, if you've been hearing a little bit about the Kirby Joseph stuff, the last week and especially this weekend, it was all him challenging fans on social media to gamble that he would not be on the pup. So I guess in his mind, he's talking about the actual start of the season pup, the 53-man roster pup. Where are you at? Do you think that he's healthy enough where he actually makes that? Because I think that this is a troll job. I think that he psyched everybody out, thought everybody, I'm going to be off the pup for day one of training camp. We don't need you off the pup for training camp, dog. We need you off the pup for week one.
I think he might have some little Kelce action going on right now. I think it's getting a little deep. Style? I don't like what I'm seeing right now, but that seems very weird where he's trying to skew everybody to believe that he's going to be healthy and not on the pup to start the season. And then, guess what? He's on the pup. So I don't know. I don't like the whole situation in general. I just don't understand why you have to continue to like tease the fan base and lead everybody on when you can just, I don't know, just not. Right?
Yeah. I just don't get it. I'm going to be honest. I know I'm supposed to sit up here and give you my opinion and go into the mind of Kirby Joseph, as I do believe it is an enigma. However, I do not know. I appreciate how passionate he is to get back on the field. I really do. It's not the right way to go about it, especially, and we have seen it time and time again. The great people of Detroit are pretty ruthless, especially when they're getting named the most stressful city in the country. Like,
do you buy that?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. I'd probably say LA is, but I just don't understand why. Like, what is the value? Like, what is the value of doing that? Like, what is the value of going out there for Kirby Joseph and do
poly market value? I do like that, Gordon.
It was never on Polymarket, according to Broder. Broder says it never was on Polymarket.
Was it on Kalshi?
Or Kalshi.
Listen, I think that we have to hold on this one because I do believe that in his mind, he's just talking about starting the season on pup. Whether he starts training camp on pup, he doesn't care. And honestly, I don't really either because I know the man can play. I know that he can flip the field anytime he wants. And as long as he's in that uniform, in Honolulu Blue, on the field week one, not in the pup, I could care less about all of this. And the fact is, Justin, we signed a stud linebacker. We don't need him.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Let's talk about that when we come back, guys. Got a little bit of more bills to pay, but we'll tell you about the Lions' newest signing when we get back. But why don't you tell them a little bit, another way to stay hydrated today?
Let me tell you. Let Cam tell you about water hazard.
You tell us.
Yeah, let me tell you, A-Dub. Come on now. Water hazard is the very first canned vodka brought to you by Michigan's very own Founders. At 5% ABV, it is mad citrusy, refreshing, gluten-free, and it has a really cool blue hue to it as well. Best served over ice with a slice of lemon. Get $5 cans at any Art and Jake locations in Michigan, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Please drink responsibly, y'all.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at deadcityfc.com.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Excited to tell you about our summer partnership with the Yaldo Eye Center. They've been doing it for over 30 years, over 100,000 successful procedures. We are talking about LASIK, an 8-minute painless procedure that the majority of patients are seeing 20/20 by the very next week. And that summer special I told you about, $16.99 per eye, regardless of prescription. So I know you've been thinking about it. I know a lot of people that have done it, and it did change their life. So why delay? Make the call today. You see the number there, 248-553-9800. Get some more information and invest in your eyes today with the Yaldo Eye Center. And
we back.
Thank you. There it is, Sweet Potato Cam. Gordon back there making me and Justin look real good on the Braylon Edwards show today. Braylon is drinking water in shade with Jalen Rose today. So we are in the shade. However, it is hot in here. Our AC is out again, but not just in the studio today, also in the offices. So if you see some purple towels around, shout out Planet Fitness.
Yeah, shout out
for keeping us cool, guys.
This is saving me right now.
No doubt.
For real.
Speaking of saving you,
I still look better than you, though.
The Lions signed their savior today, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
One reader out, another reader in, right?
Yeah, we signed Reader, who played for the Rams in 2 different spells.
Not DJ.
Not DJ. Troy Reader.
It's my brother's name.
Wow, really?
Shout out Troy.
So Troy was drafted in 2019 from Delaware. He has a RAS score of 9.3, and that's just relative athlete score. That is one of the biggest measurements that the Holmes Campbell measuring stick uses.
Like the RAS.
They love the RAS, and he's got it. And look, I watched some tape on him today. I can't lie. He's quick. He's honestly. Look, I'm not saying he's going to be a stud. He's probably going to be what Rodrigo was.
Anzo 2.0?
No. It seems like Rodrigo is going to have more playing time this year in the regular defensive sets because of the lack of additions to the linebacking core, and this being the first one. I think that this is just going to be because he's spent a lot of time on special teams the last couple years. In 2024, he played a decent amount of snaps on the defensive side of the ball, but in terms of this linebacker room, I think this is just a insurance policy on Rolder because Rolder's obviously unproven. He's probably
had a hard time staying healthy in college.
Had a hard time staying healthy in college. He's a swing. I think they believe he can be that third linebacker, that he can overtake Rodrigo eventually, but we've seen this linebacker room thin out as well very quickly as Anzo got hurt last year, Rodrigo got hurt, and I mean, honestly, it's the tale of every single season when it comes to the Detroit Lions. So when you have a guy like this who can step in, McVay really liked him for how smart he is, and he called plays for them for a little while as well. I think the leadership, that's big as well, to a locker, a position room that lost their true leader in Anzalone. It's gonna be nice to have another linebacker that you can put out there and you feel relatively okay that he's out there, and you're not gripping yourself like, holy shit, we have another Legion of Whom at linebacker.
Do you feel good about this addition? Because to me, it might be a camp casualty, to be quite honest with you. I like the depth of it. I like the speed of it, but this is not the signing that Lions fans are looking for. I mean, $15 million under the cap still. Maybe it's a little less than that, 14-ish. I know Bray has talked about saving that for the deadline. Like, why aren't they going and calling Bobby Wagner?
See, that is a good question. But it's because Bobby Wagner is slow. Like, he is, like, he is going to help the interior. Old. Yeah, he's going to help the interior. He will. And if the tackle room, which we'll talk about in a second, is not better, then you might struggle in the interior on defense. However, Jack Campbell single-handedly locks the fucking middle up. I can't lie. It was ridiculous watching him play the Bears. He was everywhere. They could not run the ball up the middle. And Reeder, Tyleek did not play necessarily a great game. Tyleek had some flashes, and we'll talk more about them in a second. It did not matter. Jack Campbell is meeting running backs 1 or 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage and just blowing them down. And it was so impressive. I'm not necessarily worried about anything in the interior in terms of linebackers because Jack Campbell is good enough to stop anything in the interior. My problem is what our problem has been the last 2 years, which is covering running backs out of the backfield and outside zone plays, as we are one of the worst defenses in the entire NFL on outside zone plays. They have been killed. We've been killed on them, and I don't see the speed in the linebacker room to stop that. Your two quickest guys are Troy Reeder and Derek Barnes, and I just don't think that they necessarily have the top-end speed to make those plays and flip those. Like Devin Bush on the Bears is such a good addition for the Bears, especially when Edmonds was a guy who struggled to get sideline to sideline for them. When next to TJ Edwards, who's very good in the middle, they just did an opposite switch where Devin Bush is now going to be their outside run stopper in the linebacking core. And I pray we would have went after Devin Bush. They're not paying him that much money. We could have easily paid Devin Bush. And that's just one needle in the haystack. There's obviously a ton of other linebackers. Also, we're sitting here with $14 million in cap, and we got guys like Brisker and Byard who signed for around like $6 and $5 million. Like, where were the calls on those guys? Especially, like, and I believe that because they do believe in their safety room. However, why not overspend a little bit to make sure that you have the depth that you need to move forward in this league? That's my issue personally.
Well, and the weird thing is that everybody's issue in Detroit is get another edge. Get another edge. Get another edge. I mean, now we're talking about we need more secondary help. We need more linebacker help. There's such a fixation in this city on the extra edge that it seems like people don't really care about the other two rooms. But now I'm looking here, and it looks like the biggest position weakness, according to the fans, according to the chat, 64% corners and safeties, your secondary, 36% linebackers. No votes for the defensive line, Justin. Not one. So are we good, or are we just that bad in the other rooms? Gordo, you want to take that one?
I think the defense is just like that lacking all around. I mean,
it is.
Yes.
When you go from, it's so weird because this defense is kind of Jekyll and Hyde with and without the two star safeties in Kirby and Branch. When you don't have Kirby and Branch, you're relying on the Legion of Whom. You have to rely on Aiden Hutchinson, and obviously, like, okay, he did get, Derek Moore. We do have, two other guys that can spot, Hutch in a moment of need. But we don't know how well that defensive line is going to be able to get after the quarterback. And if you can't get after the quarterback, it's going to be a repeat of last season when you had Jameis Winston dicing you up, running around, and, Sean Belishan was doing it this morning, the Jordan Love, during Thanksgiving, where he's just sitting there.
Dancing.
Has all the time in the world. So, the corners, obviously, we need some help, but D-line, man, everything is a struggle.
So many reads and readers that this team seems to
I was really hoping this guy was going to be, readest, because, readest, reading. We got to switch it up a little bit, guys.
So many readers.
Yeah, and there's a Rams fan in the chat, and, I won't lie to you. There may have been a slight troll job in the title today. I won't lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. He's saying that
slight. Did you put stud in all caps?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, at least I'm honest. But yeah, I don't think Reeder will be anything more than just a fill-in and special teamer. I mean, that's what he's done the last
until
couple
week
years.
12 when he's starting.
Unless we get thin.
Yeah,
and if we get thin, it's already going to be brutal. If the Lions get thin, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like defensively, we're already so.
If one
lacking.
of those, knock on wood, if Hutch or Jack Campbell, or even you can't afford to lose guys like a Tyleik Williams or anybody else. Honestly, there are so many guys. Aleem McNeil is another name. If any of those guys go down, you are absolutely cooked. Your offense is going to have to score 40 effing points to give your team a chance.
Bargain bin Brad, says Freddie Felt. So to me, one of the things that I do believe that the Lions did this offseason was stack professional and available players. None of them are going to get you excited. This is another guy that's been in the league for a while that for the most part stays healthy, and that you've got guys that aren't in the league in their second year and a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick rookie style that we've seen over the last few years when those injuries did come. I want to get into the biggest surprise addition and the biggest, off-season miss that you think that the Lions got into. But we do want to talk about some Tyleik. I think we can fold all of this conversation into one. Let's go ahead and pay some bills. I want to tell them about Mortgage Pros. But I want you guys, to smash that like button, get your super chats in. But who is it that was added this offseason, whether it's a rookie or through free agency, that you think is going to be the biggest addition to this team? And then one of those names that you think is probably being looked at too hard as something that's going to make a difference for this team and may not do much for them at all. I know I got my two. And then we want to tell you about Tyleik, which might be on one of your lists as well. But first, I know you've been thinking about changing your lives, guys, and Mortgage Pros is here to do it. They're #1 mortgage broker in the state of Michigan, and we got a first-hand chance to see what their employee culture is like at their annual block party. It's amazing. We sat down with their 2 owners as well. This is the kind of place that you want to work at. It's centrally located, amazing employee culture, and they can change you and your family's trajectory. You want to get into those 6 figures? This is the way to do it. So get on the horn right now. Call them at 248-416-1361, or you can find them at mtgopros.com.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. big on flavor, never too much. All day IPA. Hop into easy.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you a little bit about the original 80 years they've been doing it. Talking about Buddy's Pizza. They invented, created the Detroit-style deep dish that is sweeping the nation right now. And we wanted to save you 20% off of your next order. Check them out at buddyspizza.com, and that promo code you see there above my head, Woodward20, is going to do just that. It's going to save you 20% off your next order, but you can also use it for catering. It'll save you up to $200 off your next pizza party. So check them out at buddyspizza.com. They are the original. They are Buddy's Pizza.
Buddies. Get it.
And we're back.
We're back. I don't know what to do without it nowadays.
I know.
Shout out. Kool-Aid will actually be joining us on Friday. I will
out.
not be here, which I'm sure some of you Michiganders will be very happy about. I'll be at the National Sports Card Convention for my third straight year.
Nice.
Ooh.
Getting gifts to Gary V from one Braylon Edwards, but we got a gift.
Cam, why are you hitting the vape? Kevin Bell's asking. Come on, man.
What's
what,
that?
What are you doing? No, don't be hitting the vape.
Cam's
Don't be
back here.
coughing into the
No,
mic. Come on,
vape.
Cam.
No, I got
Cam's back here with the box mod.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Come
you
on.
slide to this? Can you show off the ascot that you have on right now? Can you move
What
over
do I
just
have?
to the side?
What?
Your ascot around your neck that you have tied up.
Oh, very stylish.
I like the nod
Giving
in
sailor vibes.
front. Are you still detoxing this
We
week?
staying cool.
Or are you gonna smoke some loom with us?
Nope.
Lame.
Still on a break, but I'm feeling
Lame.
so much better. I'm telling you, man, this freaking parasite messed with my diet, and then I don't know. It's just I needed to change something else, and I'm satisfied.
I'm doing a little.
Love you, brother.
I'm doing a little booze.
Oh, Lentz is out. See you, Lentz.
Lentz is a go.
Shout out the man that makes it happen behind
He
the scenes.
is. He makes us all look so good.
Yes,
For
he
real.
does.
For sure.
Well, speaking of gifts, we get a gift at practice in the form of a 50-pound lighter man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
So this, listen, we're supposed to get all excited about somebody losing 50 pounds, right?
He's still better have an ass.
You're in shape, all that good
He
stuff.
better though, for real.
But we're
Shout
talking
out
about
Terry.
our second-year defensive tackle, also known as a nose tackle, lost 50 pounds. He's down to 285 from 335 or something along those lines.
This is the perfect day for this to come out because, like I said a couple segments ago, I literally just watched the Week 18 game against the Bears where Tyreek had to start because Aleem McNeil was not playing.
Yeah.
And so I watched almost the entire time I was watching Tyreek on defense. And he was showing some really nice flash. However, he's known for, in college, he was known for his wiggle. And he was quick off the ball.
The only thing that was wiggling was his belly last year.
Yeah, he was a little big last year. I can't lie. And he
Baby
still
fat.
looks big.
Yeah.
Like, even in the pictures now, like, that picture from the thumbnail is from this year, like, from the last time the vets reported.
Pre-losing 50 pounds.
No, that was, well, in the
over the
process
weekend?
of losing 50 pounds. And he still looks huge in the thumbnail. I am very excited to see what Tyreek has this year because I like what they're doing. Yeah, look at that picture. That's he's wearing a hoodie. He's wearing a hoodie in this under his jersey there, and he looks pretty good. And when he was in college at Ohio State, his best trait, he wasn't really a nose tackle. He was a D tackle, kind of the same thing Aleem McNeil was, where he could rush the passer a little bit, but he's quick, and guards struggle to stay with him because he is so fast.
But does this move him out of a D tackle, nose tackle position? Is he too light?
I don't think so. I think that you might not even be running a true nose tackle. You might be running a 2D tackle set with Aleem and Tyreek to be quicker, to maybe help out with the fact that your linebackers aren't necessarily that fast. Obviously, you can't make it up on the D line, but you have two more athletic than the baseline with Aleem McNeil, hopefully, at least what we saw in 2024, and what Tyleek showed at Ohio State. Obviously, you have to gain pounds when you come to the pros. You can't stay at that college weight. You have to put on pounds. He just put on a little too much weight. So I think dropping 50, being more agile, I'm very excited what we got with Tyleek this year. I think that he's going to have a bounce-back year, and I think that the coaching staff obviously believes in him enough to not bring back DJ Reader, to not bring back Roy Lopez, which I could tell you, Roy Lopez is going to be an underrated loss because he was so good last year.
Who's our space filler?
Yeah, especially he was the primary nose. Like he played great at the nose, was so tough in the run game. I really wish we could have brought him back. His heart was obviously in Arizona. It's not like we couldn't have paid him what we would have paid him. I am excited about Tyleek, though. I will be completely honest with you. I think he's going to have a sophomore stardom.
Surge.
I like surge better. Thank you, Cam. Sophomore surge instead of sophomore slump. Sophomore surge
after his first year 50 is shedded, huh? Cassandra Apperson.
Freshman 50 to the sophomore surge. Come on, baby.
Get 'em.
Cassandra Apperson, calling him a stud linebacker is the biggest reach I've ever seen. He is below average and will be lucky to make the team. We're going back to your boy Troy Reader. They are still mad about that.
I said that. That's what I said. I said he's going to be a special teamer.
That was a troll, but you showed up, and we appreciate you for that. And maybe one day we will sign Bobby Wagner. I doubt it, but we did have a lot of signings.
I don't think we'll sign Bobby Wagner.
No. We had a lot of signings this offseason, though, and a pretty good draft class, depending on who you ask. Some people really like it. I do. Others don't. I want to know, chat, as well as all of you guys up here, who are you most excited about? Who do you think is going to be the biggest pleasant surprise out of everybody we brought in? And that could be your number one pick, Blake Miller, or it could be somebody that not many people realize that we even signed during free agency. And then I want who you think is going to be the biggest miss. I'm going to start off, okay? Both at the same position. I'm excited about the miss, but I think that we're going to be more pleasantly surprised about the hit. And I think that's DJ Wanham. I think that DJ Wanham is so versatile and that he's going to be able to do a lot of different things. It's going to allow my guy, who I think will be the biggest disappointment, not as a career, but I think that too many Lions fans see Mr. Moore, your second-round defensive edge from Michigan. People are writing in 9 and 11 sacks, which probably just isn't going to happen, especially his first year.
Definitely not.
So I think that the two of those guys are going to be your biggest surprise and your biggest problem, because there's so many Michigan fans and I guess casual Lions fans that just expect a second-round defensive end to go out and shock the world, which isn't going to happen. But I think that Wanham, on a one-year prove-it deal, much like the Lions have done so many years in the past, the last few, they've signed a guy on a one-year deal, they've drafted his replacement, that guy goes and gets paid, and by year 2, I think that Derek Moore will be ready. But I do think that he will be disappointing to start the season, and I think that people are going to love what DJ Wanham brings to this team.
Two things to hit on that point, I guess.
Crush him.
First of all, Derek Moore. And I was the first one to sit here and tell you that I don't care about the sack numbers for Derek Moore. I don't care what the beginning of the season looks like because most rookies struggle. I do believe in Derek Moore. I like the pick a lot. And I think that him being a 50-50 with Wanham and filling in for Hutch sometimes to get Hutch's snap share down is going to be the perfect place for him. I think he's going to put it up solid numbers. My guess is 5.5 sacks, and I would be so happy with that. If he can put up 5.5 sacks, and then let's continue on to DJ Wanham, I really like DJ Wanham. I think that he's a sneakier pickup than people think. Yes. I believe that a lot of people are kind of just discounting the Brad Holmes edge situation because of Marcus Davenport, which I understand. It is a.
We don't say that name here.
It's I'm saying it because they didn't pay me.
True.
They didn't pay me. Don't get that twisted. So when it comes to who are we talking about?
He's melting down, man. It's
Moore.
Like,
it is hot in here. You're talking about Moore and Wanham. You're talking about Wanham.
I know. Oh, Marcus Davenport, yeah. Sorry, it is so hot here. I lost my train of thought for a second.
Melty.
Marcus Davenport is the one smudge on the resume. All right, let's be honest here. And he probably brought him back one too many times. All right, we can all admit that. I don't think any of us wanted to see him come back that
I think there's
year.
more than one smudge on the resume, but Marcus Davenport.
There's a corner that didn't play much for us either.
All right, I'm
talking
about the edge room. I'm only talking about the
Stay on target.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay on target.
My bad.
Because like if we really wanted to get into the weeds of it, we had James Houston who put up over 10 sacks.
Yeah.
We had Al-Qadim Muhammad who put up over 10.5 sacks. We have had decent edges that would be good if Hutch was healthy. We brought in Zadarius Smith, which we probably did it too late, but bring in Zadarius Smith before Hutch got hurt wouldn't have stopped Hutch from getting hurt.
Man, I wanted to see them both on the field so
did I.
bad.
But other than that, the edge room, like as much as we joke and play about it, other than Marcus Davenport, who he's saying too much assets into, and Josh Pascal, arguably Levi Onwuzurike, but everyone thinks that he's a stud. I swear to God, give it 5 days. Give it 5 days from right now. Someone on this show, I don't know who will be, maybe it's a guest, someone will come on this show, and they are going to, whether it's Braylon, whether it's Anson, whether it's Gordo, whether it's
Levi's
Cam,
awesome.
Or B-Lad, they're coming on this damn show, and they're going to be like, oh, man, Levi Onwuzurike killing it at camp again.
Oh,
here we go.
That won't be me, buddy.
That's going to happen. Who's it going to be? Who in chat is it going to be? Because there will be someone, and we're not going through that again. He is the new Marcus Davenport in my eyes. I'm dead, and I'm seeing red when it comes to that. Because Brad is not as bad as people say. He has some hits there that people don't want to talk about, as he has his misses.
Justin, I gotta further that point, by the way, because I'm still going to be talking about the edge room as well. You talked about one guy that came in the offseason that is going to have an absolutely huge impact. That's Derek Moore. I think that he is going to take...
Huge impact?
I genuinely do.
Okay.
I think that he's going to surprise us all this season. I think he is going to establish himself as that bookend for Aiden Hutchinson, and I really love that pick. Who I think is going to be the biggest flop is MD 2.0 in Peyton Turner. This guy hasn't been healthy his entire career. He was a former first-round pick. Yeah, he's a big guy. He shows, he's got some decent moves. He's quick. But injuries have plagued him his entire career. And I know you're not spending a whole lot of money on him, but that's another guy that, for Lions fans, I would not hold your breath and expect Peyton Turner to be a consistent contributor in that, defensive end rotation.
People in the chat are still mad about some stuff that went on this morning. Here we are talking about the Lions, guys. For me, I want to know from you guys who you're most excited about, who you're most worried about. I just keep seeing more and more over and over and over again. Mr. Ann Arbor, Cam, you got somebody that you're most excited about?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being real with you, it's going to be the offensive coordinators thinking outside the box, Petzing and Kafka.
Well, you don't get to do that. You got to pick a guy.
No,
you got to play.
I like that. That's a recent addition.
No, keep going, Cam, because I want to add to that. I love this point. Go
ahead. I mean, I really do feel like that way. We saw how strained Dan Campbell was, and the exodus of Ben Johnson and the vacuum that he left behind him. I really feel like this is going to help out. I mean, not only Dan Campbell, but the entire offense. Jared Goff. How are they going to better implement another acquisition, Pacheco, that they brought in? Cade Mays is another guy who I'm pretty high on. Also, I
feel like we've forgotten about him.
Yeah, unfortunately, Frank's giving didn't work out last season, but that was an obvious deficit on the line. So, in my opinion, I feel like it's Petsy and Kafka, the two-headed offensive coordinator monster, on top of Cade Mays.
Justin likes that one, eh?
Oh, I absolutely do, because in my film study this weekend, I also went and watched the Arizona Cardinals against the Houston Texans.
There we go.
One of the best defenses in the NFL, respectively, and a defense that is an absolute chokehold if you are not the Arizona Cardinals, who don't have a lot of weapons. So what I love about that, and especially the tidbit about Kafka, because Kafka is known for the deep game. The one thing, because everyone wants to talk about how Ben Johnson is, they're friends, him and Petzing, and their offenses are pretty similar. And in the passing game, I do see that. It is very, like, when you watch the Cardinals play, you could literally just watch Trey McBride. Honestly, you could, like, because he's the one who has all the creative route trees. He is everywhere, and that's why we picked up multiple tight ends this year, because he runs a ton of 12 and 13 personnel, and you're going to see Sam Laporta, and you're going to see Tesla acting out there as a tight end, and it's going to be kind of a jumbo wide receiver tight end mixed personnel. But you're going to see them. And what is the beauty of watching an offense like Ben Johnson's or Drew Petzing's, it is how each route builds off of each other. And guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta, who are elite route runners, these corners are not going to know where they are going, because they run so many zigs that then turn into slants, that then turn into out routes, that then turn into post corners. And the way that he was moving Trey McBride around, and Laporta is going to be healthy this year. He's not on the PUP list. And that's a great sign. We're going to see Laporta all over the field, playing split out wide. I am so excited. And then the one thing that they didn't necessarily have an elite thing down in Arizona, and that's also because Marvin Harrison can't figure it out, is the deep ball game. But you know who strives at that? Mike Kafka. So then we bring in Mike Kafka, the perfect chemistry of two offensive minds building off each other, rebuilding a system that broke last year, that was getting the pieces built back up even at the end of the year. Like, as much as we want to talk that the numbers were good over the whole season, I believe they were third in yards over the whole year, they still looked awful at the end of the year on offense because of how bad the line was. And they were fumbling and stumbling over each other after they fired John Morton. So to see what Drew Petzing was able to do in Arizona, and with running backs like DeMarcado, and only a little bit of
largely
James Conner last
cast.
year. Yeah, and who's that other cat? Who's been Michael Carter, who's been around the league forever, and Trey Benson. Like,
Trey Benson, truth though.
He's never seen a running back in his backfield like Jahmyr Gibbs, and he is so good at calling the types of runs that Jahmyr Gibbs excels at. This is going to be peanut butter and jelly together. It's got to be a three-layer sandwich, actually, because it's Petzing, Kafka, and the offense.
A little fluff in there?
I'm not a big fluff guy.
Me neither.
What's wrong with fluff?
We'll go with a cookie sandwich where we got the chocolate chip cookie, then we got the ice cream, and then the other chocolate chip cookie. That's how this is going to fit together. And if you don't like ice cream and cookies, I literally can't help you. I can't help you.
T-Twert in the chat. How are two guys that got fired going to replace a wanted man? And he's talking about Petzing and Kafka
Petzing did not get fired.
Versus Ben Johnson. So, yeah, I appreciate that clarification there.
Petzing left. Why would he not? He left from being the OC of the Cardinals, where his head coach just got fired, to come be the coach of the Detroit Lions, who, Anson, the last time I checked, they have a top 3 running back in the sport, a top 8 quarterback in the sport, top 5 receiver in the sport, top 5 tight end in the sport, top left tackle in the sport. I don't know. I mean, I think that's a pretty enticing option when your best player last year is Trey McBride, and then your next best player is Michael Wilson. I think that there's a pretty big drop-off between those two options. And I think I personally, if I was in his shoes, I don't think this is a crazy statement to say, I would leave for Detroit too.
Yeah. No, I think the biggest thing that you mentioned over and over is the terrible guys that he did this with. And I know that team didn't look great last year. They didn't win a lot of games. Shout out our fearless leader, Joey. It's about time he came in here and sweat with us. But honestly, I look at these two guys, and we don't even know if Petzing is for sure a 12-13 personnel guy, because that's all that he had. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring in Kafka, a guy that likes to throw the ball downfield. You saw, honestly, the Giants being very successful with multiple quarterbacks throwing the ball down the field last year, even after they lost Malik Neighbors. Now these guys get to come into an embarrassment of riches. Both offensive line, running back, tight end, wide receivers, and your quarterback. I love everything that you had to say about these guys. I love that you brought them up, even though I tried to not let you, Cam, because ultimately these guys are going to put everybody in the offense in different positions to succeed beyond what we know they already do well. And ultimately, I think a lot of times last year we saw opposing defenses diagnose what we wanted to do a little bit. And when we didn't have a mauling offensive line, it got a lot easier for the better defenses to stop or at least slow down Jared Goff and the Lions.
And there's a lot of people in chat, and we appreciate you being here and adding to the conversation that are, Kafka didn't get hired for the Giants job. La-di-dee, la-di-da. Do you guys realize that some coaches are only, and I'm not saying Kafka is, but some coaches can only go so far. Not every head coach, every coordinator is a head coach. That is, like, we see it all the time. Cliff Kingsbury, elite offensive mind, can call any offensive mind ever. I would take him in a heartbeat. There's very few names in the sport other than the elite McVays that I would take over him calling my plays. He is not a head coach. He is not a good enough head coach, but he is an elite coordinator. Mike McDaniel, we just saw with the Dolphins, imploded on himself. However, he is still one of the elite offensive minds in the sport, and the Chargers will be better off with him than with Staley. So I just think that, and there's other people that are smart in the chat who are saying, oh, like he's going to leave next year after a winning record and a good offensive year. He probably will.
I hope so.
That's the goal of the coordinators.
That's what Philly's been doing for the last 8 years.
I hope we win the fucking Super Bowl and all the coordinators leave.
That's right.
And we'll clean house and we'll rebuild it.
But to be honest
that's all
with you,
that matters.
that's
and
why.
Don't give me your fucking sustained success bullshit right now.
But listen,
because I want a Super Bowl.
They didn't go and get Mike McDonald, which that would have been the favorite to push you to the Super McDaniel. Excuse me, get you to the Super Bowl, and then he leaves the next year. They flat out told us that they wanted to get Drew Petzing as a guy that would be here for 3 years. But if it all works out, and you get to the Super Bowl or you win the Super Bowl, and these guys get hired elsewhere, that's the blueprint, guys. That's what they've been doing in Philly. That's what they've been doing in championship cities, is bringing in the best coaching talent you can to get another chip, and then good luck, buddy. We got a nice coaching tree that's developed here out of Detroit, and I guarantee you we'll continue to build that, and we will guarantee to bring you some more fun and Lions topics when we get back from this
you didn't
break.
Get mine or Gordo's, so we got.
Oh yeah, we got a lot more time. They were liking this one, so I need to hear from you guys.
That's loving it.
They are loving it.
You guys drop yours in there. We'll read them when we come out for the break before me and Gordo give ours, because you guys will probably get ours, and then we'll go from there.
But let's tell them about Icon Auto.
Let me tell you about Icon Auto, and we are welcoming them to the Woodward Sports family. If you've ever been in an accident or you just need repairs, make sure you go to the team that we trust, Icon Auto Repair and Collision, with 3 convenient locations in the Metro Detroit area: Madison Heights, Shelby Township, and Pontiac. Shout out Detroit Dabber, saw him in there shouting out the Yak. They've got you covered. They offer you free car loaners and even offer to pay your deductible. Visit iconauto.com. It's the Icon you can count on. And hey, free loaner car while they fix yours up, you can't beat that. So make sure you tap in with Icon Auto today at www.iconauto.com.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets are available now at DebtCityFC.com.
You're building a whole combat sports enterprise in the heart of it in Detroit, and that's what I think is the coolest.
I think with opportunity, right? Like you said, maybe you like to punch people in the face for real, and you know, you want to be a boxer, and you have an option there. Maybe you don't like getting punched in the face, and you want to make, you know, you like the theatricals and the storylines, and so you have an avenue here. Maybe you start at one and then want to change to the other. I don't care. I just want you in the building and know that you have some place to go to explore that. Just having the ability to, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it to the best of your ability? And, you know, it all starts with the kids.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Hey, have you been thinking about buying a new home, maybe your first home, or refinancing your current home? Well, then you need to get on the phone, because Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending are standing by, and they want to get you on the phone early in the process, because there's a lot of things that you can do between now and closing that can really get you into a better loan program, including those 0% down payment programs. I know this for sure, though, if you mention Woodward Sports sent you, it's going to save you up to $500 off of your home appraisal. We're in the middle, kind of halfway through home buying season, so don't delay. Make the call today to Supreme Lending. And there it is. Hey, guys, we started a topic, wanted to know who you think the most surprising or the biggest impact off-season addition is going to be, and the person that you're kind of worried about most. Maybe there's a bad signing. Maybe it takes 2 years for them to start impacting this team. But we worked around the room. I got mine in. Cam got his in. We want to hear from you, chat. But we got to hear from my man to my right here and Mr. Gordo.
By the way, quick update. Chat poll said that 84% of the chat said the corners and safeties are the biggest positional weakness for the Lions defense. And also, we got a super chat in there from Nitty Gritty. Mike G got his maize and blue underwear in a bunch.
They are blue and corned up. That's for sure right now.
Maize and blue.
Shout out to Neil, keeping him talking throughout the day. But tell me, Mr. Amnesia, who are you excited about?
Cam, why'd you just come blow this smoke in my face?
What the hell was that?
Not polite, Cam.
Yeah, that
was a huge cloud. You got it all the way over there.
Literally, just always just impeding on people's stuff. You're just never polite. You're not a great energy guy. I'm being sarcastic. The best energy guy, the kindest. Dude, we would be screwed without his energy here. Shout out Sweet Potato. We love you.
Absolutely.
Always jamming.
I'm not going to say the biggest, but I have a couple, and I'm going to only give one. And I'm going to let Gordo go, and then I'm going to come back around and give my other one. But the first one is honestly out of necessity. It's not even because of the fact that, well, I also believe in the player. I think the player is really good. But just with Terrion Arnold getting arrested and cut, we now have a giant hole at corner. And one of the guys I really believe is going to step up is Keith Abney. I really like Keith Abney. I don't think that he's going to play outside corner like a lot of people. I think he's going to play more on the interior of the defense. However, he's a great tackler. He's really quick. He's got great hands. He's got great IQ. I really like the way that he roams the field. He's not afraid to play physical at the line of scrimmage. You don't feel like he's a small corner. Like, he plays way bigger than his height and his weight, and that's what you need out of a guy if you're going to be undersized in the NFL. I thought that he was going to go way higher as he continued to fall down the board. I was on air doing that round of the draft, and I was just waiting there. I was like, please, take Abney, especially with our cornerback depth, because I figured that TA was going to play on the outside, and this would be a great replacement in the nickel for Amik Robertson. I really like, especially, and you see when you need a guy like, Amik Robertson, who's physical at the line of attack, in the inside of the defense. You know, when you put him on the outside, he gets exposed, but Amik on the inside is very good. And not last year, but the year before, you saw how Mike Sanders still was able to come in and really make an impact on that Commanders defense, because last year he was not good at all.
No, he was not.
But in 2024, he was elite.
He was very good.
But that's the life of a nickel corner, honestly. Like, they have some of the best years ever, and then they fade. So I really like Abney. I think that he's got a lot of potential to make some. Like, we need him to. With opportunity comes
Bray thinks he's
CB2.
Bray says he's CB2, started on the outside.
I know. I don't believe that. I think Braylon is a little aggressive on that. However, I think he will start. I agree with Braylon on that regard, and I think that he will be a very effective player on the inside of the defense as a nickel.
Gordon, who do you see as our 2 starting corners? DJ Reed and...
I see Rock Ya-Sin.
Yeah, it's got to be Rock Ya-Sin right now. I think it's going to be Rock Ya-Sin throughout the season.
I don't think that's sad. I like Rock Ya-Sin.
Rock Ya-Sin has been...
We just have 2 CB2s out there. Like, I just don't think that DJ Reed can be a CB1, and it's going to suck. I'm sorry to cut you off. When Rock Ya-Sin is being asked to guard the big physical receivers, and DJ Reed is going to be guarding the smaller. And when you play against teams that have those dominant big receivers, you're like, when we play the Patriots and Rock Ya-Sin is going to have to guard A.J. Brown, that's not going to look great. And even though I think Rock Ya-Sin's a solid player, when you go up against the big boys and, like, who's going to guard Justin Jefferson?
Right.
Like, we don't
have Amik Robertson anymore.
Exactly. So we'll see how that looks. Who's guarded Christian Watson? It's going to be Rock Ya-Sin.
Do you think Keith Abney can come in and make a big difference playing that more of that like inside cornerback role and maybe covering those larger receivers?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely.
Because we know how physical of a player that he is. Do you think that's going to be maybe a little bit of a Terry on 2.0 where, you know, as a rookie he's getting a lot of flags and starts to get some flack from fans?
I don't mind that so much.
And that's how they coach their DBs.
That's right.
You don't mind it
that
until
goes
it's
away over time. You have to be in the league for some years. Pinning your hopes on a rookie on the outside from the 4th round, I'm not sure that that's going to happen, but you could really find yourself in trouble. Gordon, who are you excited about?
Well, I mentioned Derek Moore earlier. That's definitely a guy that I'm really looking forward to. Outside of him, it's got to be Cade Mays. We saw Jared Goff be like the most uncomfortable that we've ever seen him when he's getting the pressure up the middle. We know that at the tackle spot, left tackle, his blind spot is locked the F down. Penei Sewell is not going anywhere. He is your rock. He is your cornerstone on that offensive line. So, you know, outside of that, Graham Glasgow was not cutting it last year. For you to go out and get a Cade Mays, and I think he's going to not only be an instant, like day one, just you're going to notice him. He's going to be one of those guys where it's going to be like, wow, this looks different. This looks better. With the snap one, I believe that Cade Mays is going to be an instant impact and elevate this Detroit Lions to a whole nother level, especially because what it can do for specifically Jared Goff.
And who's got you worried? Chat, we want to hear from you too.
Yeah, my biggest worry. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. I want to cheat and say Kelvin Shepard, but I know that's not a recent addition. But that is by far my biggest worry on the defense. But when it comes to recent additions, it's probably those guys like Peyton Turner, DJ Wanham, the guys that we're relying on being rotation ends that have a history of injuries. We need those guys to be able to come in and spell Hutch and make an impact for this Lions team, or it's going to be another, AQM situation where, they have 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds in the backfield to make a throw, and you cannot have that.
Seeing a lot of people in the chat here talking, being stoked for Moore and Abney as well as Mays. Michael Weary on the other side of it, he's worried about that CB room. I know that you saved your worry for last here. Give it to us, young Justin.
My worry for first-year Lion. Do the ones who went to free agency but we re-signed count or no?
Nay.
No? That's tough. Because I like a lot of our signings, to be honest. I mean, you could name every single person in the secondary who we signed. McCrary.
You worried?
But, he's not going to play. Abney's going to play.
You don't think McCreary's going to play much, huh?
No. I mean, unless we, well, yeah, actually I do, because the secondary is going to get hurt. So
Careful.
I'm gonna retract that. Yeah, everyone's going to play. It's how it goes.
Now, what about?
I'll say Rolder.
Okay.
He's got to have such a big impact for them at the linebacker spot.
Out of the 5th round, a guy that's loved by everybody
Yeah.
in Michigan, maybe got a little bit
He's just
too
a
high
better
of hopes.
Rodrigo, in my opinion. Like, he's just a more gifted Rodrigo,
We could use that.
which is fine.
He's just going to be a special teams demon. Like,
Yeah,
in my
he's gonna
opinion,
be a special teams
it's going to be
guy.
all special teams for him this season.
I
Very
worry
little
about the
actual
health.
field time.
I worry about the health in the linebacking room as a whole.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes has been hurt a lot.
Well, hey, we just signed a stud linebacker.
We did.
Stud
Stud.
linebacker.
Speaking of studs, tell them about Mad Packs.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about it.
Mad Packs.
Hold on. Actually, I have Mad Packs. Let me tell
yeah,
you
you
guys
there you go.
about Mad Packs. Let's switch it up. Listen, guys, if you're a fan of Mad Packs, you already know they bring the heat. But this summer, they're shaking things up a little bit with some massive new drops. Get ready for the Boom Shakalaka 200 milligram hash rosin gummies. I've tried them, guys. They're absolutely fantastic. And the high-low 200 milligram live resin, also a fantastic purchase. Alongside the brand new Mad Pack extracts, these are the perfect additions to your summer plan. Learn more at getmadpacks.com. That's getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, mad packs.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Listen, I was just listening to Patrick Kane, and if you want somewhere to go watch Showtime of whatever variety you like the UFC, the World Cup, the Detroit Tigers, or coming this football season, obviously football season, make sure you tap in with Art and Jake's today. They have the most crazy TV setup I've ever seen, 80-plus wall-to-wall TVs. You cannot look around in that place without seeing a TV. So if you take someone on a date there, they better be okay with you watching sports, because you can't avoid it. 22 draft beers, 90 menu items that are all elite, online ordering, AJ's Fan Club to get discounts. So tap in, a sports bar setting with fine dining flavor. Tap in today. And when you're done with eating, well, actually, while you're enjoying your food at Art and Jake's, something that you should be exploring is your closing needs at the Estates Title Agency. Whether you are buying a home or refinancing, the team at Estates Title Agency makes the closing process simple and convenient. Proudly serving Michigan since 2003, the staff at Estates Title has over 20 years of experience. That is almost as old as me. Combine that with Nabi's expertise, and they can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. They know you're busy, which is why they are offer evening or weekend closing by appointment, and they will come and complete the transaction at your location of choice. So for all your title needs, call Mr. Deeds.
Shout out Nabi Saad.
And we back.
Shout out your nanny? How do you go?
Nona? What
Nona?
did you say?
Your Nona
Nanny.
calling in during the show again?
Yeah, I need to text her and tell her that I'll call her later.
Are you going to
She
call her
always
during
calls
the
me
show? You
during
wouldn't
my
do that
show.
before.
They
I'm not
have,
calling.
they have. I swear, grandmothers have like a spidey senses. Like, oh, this is the most busy you're gonna be all day. I'm calling you right at this moment.
Now, the last
like,
time
Grandma,
that-
I love you, but please.
The last time this happened, we almost called Neil. Why? Do you remember why?
I don't.
I feel like we should call
Because
Neil
she kept
right
lighting
now.
him up. She kept calling him call after call after call, and then we put out a poll.
Do you
Or
think
no, it
Neil
was so
would
many
answer?
likes.
Do you think Neil would answer if I called him right now on
No.
speakerphone? He's on vacation. this
Yeah,
week.
no,
he
he
better
would.
be on
Mike
play.
G would love it.
Oh, he's on vacation right now?
Mike G in
Yeah.
the chat would love it.
Oh, for sure.
Shout out to the chat, guys. We got a little more Lions for
Smash
you.
that like button.
That's right.
Or I'll find
Smash
your
it.
house.
Share it to your fantasy football squad, your book club, and super chat some stuff for us to read. But we got something to show you first. A little clip from ASRB.
How do I feel about Demo leaving? Damn, that's my dog, man. Demo, man, it sucks. I tell everyone, like, Demo is one of the best running backs I ever played with. He played with David, too, in Chicago. And the craziest part is when he was in Chicago, he told me, like, hey, we got this running back. He's nice. And I'm like, who is he? He said, David Montgomery. And then we got rid of Jamal. We signed Demo. And, I mean, the rest was history. I mean, I feel like he put everything on display in Detroit. The fans love him. The way he runs the ball, the way he carries himself, the teammate he is, one of the best teammates I ever had. He sat right next to me every day in team meeting, and we talk about everything. So we're all gonna miss Demo. I think he's irreplaceable, honestly. Like, there will never be another Sonic and Knuckles without Demo, but we got Sonic, so we're gonna see what we're gonna do.
So
Crazy how this clip came out when it did. I wonder the timing on that. There's definitely no way that his former teammate didn't see David Montgomery's Instagram story. All right, and you can throw the X-Files on it if you want, but this is no conspiracy. Come on, people. This was literally posted, I think, yesterday. All right, and we had the whole easy thing that happened literally last week. All right, like, you can't tell me that it's not a coincidence. I know Monty's gone, but St. Brown has been doing his podcast since Monty has left. That, like, this is not the first time he could have addressed it, but it's awful convenient that yesterday this clip surfaces about David Montgomery the same week that Easy bashes him and Monty calls him out on his story.
Nana in the chat, why do your eyes look so red like that, Justin?
Shout out Amnesia. Anyway, but like, come on, like back me, someone back me up here. I'm not crazy. This is like,
No, come on.
This is
everything that he told us in this, everyone already knew.
Yeah.
And the timing, we know, we understand, we see it. Like, I don't think he was trying to be too crafty. I think he honestly came out in support of his boy.
Yeah, he was just trying to give some good press to his boy who, like, I mean, everyone still loves Monty.
Yes, we do.
I don't blame Monty for leaving, okay?
I don't either.
As if I was a human being who has been a number one running back in the NFL before and only has so many years of being a number one running back in the NFL, and there's a place where he can go for, and he's going to split carries with Woody Marks, but Jahmyr Gibbs is splitting carries with David Montgomery. It's just, instead of it being 75-25 like it was last year, it's going to be more of a 55-45 where he's getting the more carries. And he's the goal line back there. Like, it's not that Woody Marks will not touch the ball at the goal line for the Texans. Like it's going to be
No.
David Montgomery's
I would hope not.
backfield again. Like in terms of the goal line and short yardage, there's no decision making between the two where they're we're gonna go Gibbs here, we're gonna go Monty here. No, it's Monty, and I think he's gonna have a good year in Houston. However, I'm not buying the fact that there was not, like, in some way, shape, or form, and this is all alleged. This is my opinion. I do not believe that there was not something that David Montgomery did that helped push him out of Detroit. And there's also probably other things like that happened too.
Honestly,
all right?
I think that they just kind of lost him in the shuffle between Dan Campbell being overworked, taking over the offensive play calling again. John Morton comes in and is just really terrible, doesn't understand what he's doing. Once the offense was passed over, I believe that by mid-season, maybe week 10, 11, when they had said you're going to be part of the offense, we fired this this offensive coordinator so that you will be part of the offense. He didn't see it. It was all words and rhetoric from the ownership and coaching where, hey, we want you, we like you, we want to give it, and they never did. I thought it hurt the offense for the Lions. I thought it cost us at least one game, cost us a playoff opportunity, and it ultimately cost you Monty. Because Monty knows he's got plenty left in the tank. We all know, we all saw it, and we saw how desperately the running game struggled. Obviously, the line wasn't the same, but when you had just Jameer in there and things were closing up, he had terrible games. In fact, you look at his last 5 games of the season, I'm sorry, but a little more Monty would have gone a long way, Gordon.
Yeah, and the thing about Monty, too, is I think that was you talk about the wash. Another thing that was the wash was the offensive line and the revolving door at multiple positions that you had. And, we all know, O-line, very important for the quarterback play. But offensive line is also absolutely crucial for the running back play as well. That's why, we saw Jahmyr Gibbs. It seemed like he got tons of carries, but it seemed like he, at times was struggling a little bit and couldn't get things going offensively. And it was the same thing with Montgomery. He is more so the kind of running back that's going to pound it up the middle and get those short yard carries. But those carries are off the backs, the shoulders of the offensive line. And, if you're trying to punch up the gut and all you have is a weak Christian Mahogany and a Graham Glasgow who's on his last leg, that's not going to be good enough. You need something. You need an improvement over that. So that's why, kind of to circle back, like Cam Mays is so, crucial for this Lions team. And, I don't know what they have going on in Houston with their offensive line, but I'll be very intrigued to see how David Montgomery performs this season with Houston.
Black Casper, just a humble opinion. I think that knee ain't up to snuff as it once was after the injury in the playoffs. He's been different, and they may have noticed a downfall coming. Just an opinion, talking about Monty there. He definitely had some issues staying on the field last year, but ultimately what he meant to you in so many different offensive situations, but also as a leader in the locker room. I don't care what you got back in that draft or in that trade. I hate that move. Losing him, but sounds like the Pistons might be adding Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's coming to Detroit, right, guys?
I just want Peyton Watson, man. I don't know if it's even on the table anymore. That was a light talk that was happening earlier in the offseason, and now, Denver's over the second apron, too.
You had me excited about it.
I want Peyton Watson. Fuck. I love KD, though. I'm Team KD. I'm Team KD. I want KD.
Are you guys Team KD? Do you want this to happen? Did you see the photo? We're going to tell you more about it.
Drop it in the chat and smash that like button. If you don't, I will find you.
That's right. We're going to talk about it when we come back, guys, because we know you're itching for it. Tell them about
we got 240 people in here and 65 likes. Come on, people.
Smash that like button.
It's free.
And tell them about something that's not your daddy's dad.
100 Dubster. Most people think energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar in neon color liquid that rots your gut, but you know better. Thrive energy pouches. It ain't your daddy's dip, Juice Wayne. It is tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse of smart caffeine. No jitters. no crash. You will never feel any bloating. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You know, I get excited to tell you about Loom because I love me some Loom. There's over 40 locations in the state of Michigan, or you can just head to the website, loom.com, or just scan that QR code somewhere above my head. WSN30, put it in, and you're going to save 30% off. You can also use that code in person. Again, there's locations all over the state. My personal favorite, the Berkeley location, ask for MJ. They got the Buzzin' Energy. A whole line of Buzzin' drinks are fantastic, and the Buzzin' Energy, the guys here at the station absolutely love it. We're going to save you that 30% off, like I said, but Loom is going to hook you up. As we see some Loom fogging in, shout out young Justin. Listen, guys, head on over to loom.com.
God damn it, Cam.
They were yelling at you. They're like, Cam, that's not polite. I think everyone knows that Cam did not cross over here and blow smoke.
Oh, yes, he did.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
I promised myself I wasn't going to give Cam any hard time this week. For some reason, I gave him a hard time all day on Friday, and he's just like the nicest, best energy human you've ever met. So I don't know what I was up to. But
It's all, I forgive you, brother.
Chat, feel free to give him shit. Anyway,
speaking of somebody that we should give some shit.
Who's that?
Mac Hollins.
Oh, drop it on him. I was going to save it for the end here.
I love
but
it that they
it's
really great because now they're kind of letting me slide being barefoot in restaurants and stuff because they know who I am. You know, the first they just like some homeless guy coming in here, but now it's like that's the mechanic homeless guy, so it's all right. So yeah, it's been great. Like having a packed out stadium, having loud fans, having them travel to games.
That's all I wonder. Like, what does this do for you? Like, other than just like, oh, look at me, pick me, look at me, I'm fucking Mac Hollins. Like,
but we could shred your shirt like that, and it would breathe better in the hot studio, right?
Just take your shirt off. Yeah, like
take
it.
My question is,
or like where, like they make those. I mean, you see soccer players wearing them. Those little claw things. Just wear one of those. Like,
it looked like he had that underneath it.
If you want a little air down there, you know.
No shot, but the catapult ones, I know those because those are like people are like, oh, they're wearing training balls. No, the catapult ones are like they have the trackers.
Like they're reading scientific.
Yeah, they have like
analysis.
a GPS thing in them. But Mac, what are we doing here, man? This is a look. I'll just say it like that. That it's a look.
Well, RJ Graham in the chat perfectly sums it up. He says, with the moves that Philly did, now the Pistons, talking about the Pistons from Philly, now the Pistons need KD to keep up with these moves.
Yeah. Definitely.
True or not true?
Absolutely. Oh my Lord, do you need help? I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't here on Friday. I wasn't here on Friday, so I didn't get to give my thoughts on the helicopter himself, LeBron James, as he will be helicoptering in every single game from New York.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro.
He doesn't even want to live in Philly.
Like,
he doesn't even want to live in Philly.
You chasing Kobe at every corner, I'm not taking a helicopter to work.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I can't lie.
Can we get the drop it on me?
Helicopters are...
Get me there it is.
Oh, no.
In
Here
season 24.
Here we go.
The same number that Kobe Bryant wore, he returns to Kobe Bryant's birthplace, wearing 23, the same number and jersey that Kobe wore, honoring his father way back in the day. Yeah, conspiracy doesn't end there, guys. LeBron will make a sacrifice. He will make a sacrifice. Wait for it. It's happening. But I gotta be honest with you. With this whole thing, I don't see it working out. Am I crazy? Is this not gonna work out, Justin? Or do you think this works out? Do they got a chip coming to the brotherly love?
Okay. I can't even answer that with what you just said.
You're still stuck in it. It's happening, bro. They all know what I'm talking about at home.
Bro.
I'm the only guy in town that will say it.
Oh, my God.
It's happening, though. It
All
will
right,
happen.
Conspiracy Anson, let's pipe down over there. That's wildly aggressive.
I'm not saying...
Hey, we do
don't know
not
what it
promote
is.
violence or sexual
I'm not
gratification.
talking promoting anything. I hope it doesn't happen.
This
I
is-
want everybody to be safe and happy.
As a disclaimer, for YouTube, we are all robots. Nothing you see is real. We are here in a secure
Roblox.
and
Allegedly on Roblox.
This guy.
Okay, anyway, no, that's not going to happen, Anson. And if you're right, then you're a cynic. Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that you even would say that. Like, that and even put it out into the universe. That is so wild
I'm
to
not
me.
putting it out of the universe.
You just did. What do you mean?
It's already in the universe, bro.
You connected the dots, Anson. You made the roadmap.
You think that he just gets a 5th chip without sacrificing anything? He's sacrificing his hours to be in the gym. He's sacrificing his time to do interviews. He's sacrificing his
Joey, you still here?
car so that he can hop in the helicopter and commute to and from work. It's a sacrifice.
All right. Anyway, I do like what the Sixers have. I think that they're going to do pretty damn good because they're going to ask LeBron to be a 4th option on this team. They're not going to play Embiid during the regular season. They're not going to need to. They're going to squeak into the playoffs. They're going to have LeBron rested. They're going to have Embiid rested. As long as Embiid is playing, they are going to be so tough to beat.
I know.
Oh, my Lord. The pick and roll with LeBron and Embiid is going to be on.
Who's their starting 4, Justin? Dirk Barlow?
Doesn't
Or is
matter.
it LeBron? Is LeBron their starting 4? Is he willing to bang with the bigs in the paint?
Starting 1.
Oh, he is. Tyrese Maxey going to come off the bench?
Starting 2.
Oh, really?
Jaylen Brown starting 3.
Okay, so VJ coming off the bench?
Shit, I forgot about Edgecombe. Yeah,
Edgecombe
he's played
is
before
so
then.
slick.
They have. I mean,
See what I
when
did
they
there?
have Embiid, when they do have Embiid down there, I'm not afraid of LeBron being the 4. And
Dean Wade starting at the 4?
No, LeBron will be starting at the 4.
Okay. So you agree?
Yeah.
That's a fearsome front court, guys. Considering Jalen Duren got owned by the front court of both Orlando and Cleveland, what are these guys going to do when they have to rebound?
I know. I'm so afraid of the Magic's rebounding ability. I'm so afraid of Mitchell Robinson on the Celtics. I'm so afraid of Karl Anthony Towns on the Sixers. Oh, my God. I'm so afraid of Jalen Duren of the Detroit Pistons, Mr. 8 rebounds in the postseason. All right, look.
8 total.
Bam Adebayo and Giannis with literally no one playing point guard. There is no one in the East is that good. Seriously.
You hate David Mitchell.
Everyone is like, oh my God. And the Cavs, yeah, they're solid, but there is no team that's like, oh my God, the East is so hard. They're so loaded with talent. There's no team in the East this year that's better than the Knicks team of last year. But they lost. They won the championship. They lost people.
Yeah, but
that's
Justin,
what happens. Like Mitchell Robinson's going to be a huge loss for them. And they're still going to be good, but they lost a key depth piece. This team can easily go toe-to-toe with the Knicks.
Justin, I think...
One hundo.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that just in general in the East, water level has risen substantially.
Yes, sir.
And you also talk about
everyone's good in the
Indy
East, but there's
is
no one who's
the
unreal.
Yeah, the Pacers have Halliburton coming back. You have Toronto who just got Kawhi Leonard. Like there's so much happening in this conference. There's only one or two teams that you can actually say are dog shit, right? Like we know Milwaukee, they're terrible. Chicago, they're not really going to do anything. Other than that,
But there's a lot of teams that are incomplete, that don't have like full rosters that can run 8 guys deep, that have what you need in a postseason. Like, yeah, the Pistons were deep in the regular season. They look great. But when push came to shove in the playoffs, they couldn't shoot worth a lick. And that's why they lost to the Cavs. Even if we would have got semi-better shooting and a little bit from Jalen Duren, we would have beat the Cavs. And I am we even without a second scorer, I still believe with better shooting and a better performance from Jalen Duren, we still would have been in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think we would have lost to the Knicks. I think the Knicks were playing too good of a playoff basketball, and I think that we would have got caught by the flopping stuff in the Knicks series because we don't know how to play that style of basketball. When the whistle is not being dictated by Detroit basketball,
Assad would have shut that peasant down.
I don't know about that.
Little 5'10" peasant would have
I don't know about that. We're lucky Franz Wagner got hurt, though.
That's what they. Sure, that's.
I think we were a far better matchup with the Knicks.
That's what you said all season. That's what you said all season, Anson.
Yeah, when we smoked
and what
them?
happened? Yep, in the regular season.
What did I tell you?
4-0 in the regular season.
Didn't I tell you that we were going to lose to Cleveland before the series started?
You did, but you're saying like, we would have beaten the Knicks.
We would have beaten the Knicks. We would have beaten the Knicks.
It doesn't matter. We weren't there. Doesn't matter. We weren't there.
Of course. But we would have beaten the Knicks. That was a matchup playoffs coming
Candies
out
and
of the
busts.
East.
My uncle's my mom with a penis.
You completely butchered that. Holy shit. Wow.
Ifs and buts were candies and nuts.
Yeah. Or, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. There you go. That's what you were looking for.
All right, well, I put my own spin on it.
You know what?
Your own little dyslexic spin on it. Gotta love it.
Let's forget that last one. Put a spin on that amnesia, buddy.
Yeah, and I will tell you guys.
Oh, no. Justin tells us about amnesia.
Well, I have the camera up right now and the read,
Gordo,
so
don't act like you don't know how to switch the camera.
Listen, but it's gonna take me like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna do the goddamn ad read anyway.
Pouring smoke out of his mouth.
My show, No, I'm kidding. Amnesia is proud to be available at all the top dispensaries across Michigan with multiple products for adults 21 and up. Their new launch, the Switch 2, is a 2-gram dual-chamber disposable featuring liquid diamonds with 2 chambers and 2 different flavor profiles. You can enjoy the left, you can enjoy the right, or both together for a unique combination. Discover your new favorite with the Switch by Amnesia.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you guys about Gold Crown. Stop everything for a minute, guys, because Gold Crown just went completely overboard in the best way possible. They just dropped the new Royal Jesters, and these are not your average pre-rolls. We're talking 1.5 grams each, and they're quad-infused, keef-coated, live resin infused with THCA diamonds and terpenes. That's 4 all-in-one for an ultimate smoking experience. These aren't your hit it twice and pass around pre-rolls. These are your why am I analyzing this game like a coach right now pre-rolls. Michigan-made, top-tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit the dispo, don't think, just ask for Royal Junior Jesters, because if you are going to smoke like royalty. And another way, if you want to stay relaxed, shout out to Massage Chair House. Are you looking to take your relaxation game to the next level? Then you've got to check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. They are the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Go check him out, guys. Great friend of the network. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan that QR code right above my head. And Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
And we are back.
Did you notice how Gordo shoved that Mac Hollins in there so he could have a whole final segment
He's not
for
getting
the
a full
Tigers?
segment because there are a couple things that happened today, and I have to preview my show tomorrow. I have to do my due diligence while I'm up here.
Hockey?
Just for a second, there's just 2 things I need to update you on, and I'm not going to give you
soccer.
my take on it because you have to come to Woodward Wings tomorrow at 4:15 to hear what I think. But Patrick Kane in an interview today said that he was planning on coming back to Detroit, but things happened, quote unquote, that led him to go to Chicago. That is the first one, and we all know why. I'm assuming at the Larkin trade / Yzerman being fired. And then the second thing is that it came out today that Alex DeBrincat is not a threat to request a trade.
He likes it here.
He likes it here. So it seems like they're going to start trying to work out an extension, and I will tell you what I think about that tomorrow, because I did not think that was going to be the case, and I thought that we were going to have to trade the 40-goal scorer, but it looks like we will not be.
Shout out Detroit's favorite son, right? Dylan Larkin.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was having a good time in New York this weekend.
Now, there's a lot of people, a lot of athletes in this town that everybody's frustrated with. We just talked about one. Another one, he's a Tiger. Toddy Scuba.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Talk to us, Mr. Woodward
Gordinho.
Tigers.
So, real quick, I had a quick clip for you guys. This was Tarek Skubal's ovation or boo or whatever you want to call it, coming off this. Yeah, this is a clip recorded by Nick Koloff.
Hey, our Tigers
Shout out.
insider. Best
And
mustache in the
I want
business.
you guys to listen in on this. Make sure you got your headphones. Tell me if you hear more boos or more cheers.
Tarek Skubal, 7.1 innings, 12 strikeouts.
There, I don't see Chris Illich out there.
Yeah,
They're
I don't
booing
see him
Chris.
out there either. That was really disappointing.
Ball, please.
Justin ISO.
Ball,
there you
please. Ball, please. Detroit.
I like that.
You better be fucking ashamed of yourself for doing that to
For
Tarek
real,
Skubal.
dude.
That is
Absolutely.
fucking absurd.
It is.
I cannot believe that. Oh my god. That is so embarrassing as a city. This guy has given you back-to-back Cy Youngs, has dragged this team to the postseason the last 2 years. He dragged them through a playoff round this last year. Magically, he gets hurt. And we go into the worst slump that we have seen in this entire A.J. Hinch era. And you are going to boo him because the team that disrespected him and offered him less money than Framer Valdez in his arbitration agreement that he had to walk into and set his 2 Cy fucking Youngs on the table in order to get a decent salary from you, not even more than Framer Valdez. And dude, Framer Valdez fucking sucks. And I know it's because our defense is terrible, but at the same time, like, we are paying him $36.5 million, if I'm not mistaken, for him to be. Isn't he in the 4s ERA wise right now?
Yeah. No, it's 5. It's almost 5.
Oh, almost 5. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this was he's the best number 2 in baseball. That's what we heard before the season, Gordo.
Yeah.
Like, that is literally what we heard. And Casey Mize. And we're seeing, honestly, one of the best number 2s in baseball, and he's not getting the respect that he deserves either. This is fucking horseshit. Honestly, this is why I sit up here and I have to get a little upset. Because this guy has given you everything. Literally everything. He blew out his arm.
Randall Smalls, $2 makes you think Tigers knew he was hurt.
I don't know.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything for you?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, because he's been underpaid the last 4 years of his career. Honestly,
until this year when he finally he is still underpaid this year, but at least he got close to what he deserves.
He is still underpaid. He should be the highest paid pitcher in baseball.
1,000%.
And you know what you can't, except Shohei Ohtani, but he hits. That's different. Show me another pitching pitcher that only pitches in the major leagues that in the last 3 seasons has 2 Cy Youngs.
Demand Ice in the chat. Detroit is nearly as classless as Chicago.
I mean,
I disagree with that, and there's levels to that shit. Like, Philly and New York are like way up here, and then you got Chicago,
Tier
and
1.
then you got Detroit. I think there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, I would not even put us near any of those levels, like Philly, New York, Chicago. Come on.
But the Detroit Tigers are entering a stint against the Baltimore Orioles that's absolutely huge.
Winnable? Sweepable?
You have to sweep. There is no ifs, ands, or buts.
If you fucking lost the series to the Royals, you stupid fucks.
I mean, yeah, you get the series split. That's very disappointing.
That's a loss for you, though. That's a loss for you, though.
Yes,
because
that
they
is
are
a loss.
the 5th place team in the Central, and you have to win that series. And we blew both losses we blew.
Yeah.
3.5 games out of the wild card.
Yep.
Somehow, basically, the closest to the playoffs that we've been since
This is embarrassing.
April.
Yeah.
This team is embarrassing.
Yeah, 1,000% since we got that hot start.
I can't wait to see how bad this team is after Tarek Skubal leaves, and all you jokers who boo him are going to have to see how bad this team is, because this is absurd.
And
don't even get me started.
Real quick to the
I can't wait for Kyler Montero to be our number 1 pitcher in the rotation.
He's an ace.
He's the ace. Oh yeah, come on, Jackson Joe, coming off Tommy John.
I mean, let's not go after these guys just because we're upset.
They're playing great.
Yeah.
No, I'll give them their flowers. Montero's not a number 1 pitcher in the MLB.
No, definitely not a number 1, but he's a damn good 2 or 3.
1C, all right, he's not. All right.
Anyways, guys, though, we're talking about Tarek Skubal and some of these young pitchers. That's exactly who the Tigers have on the mound for the next 3 days. Today, we're going to see Kyler Montero go against the righty Kyle Bradish, and that's going to be tonight, 6:40 p.m. Tomorrow, we got Troy Melton going against Dean Kramer.
I like that.
And
Melton.
Wednesday, July 29th, what will very likely be Tarek Skubal's final start as a Detroit Tiger. He is going up the lefty versus lefty. He's going up against Trevor Rogers. So this series versus the Baltimore Orioles, you have it at home. We not only need to see the pitchers go out and get things done, which I believe that they should not have a problem doing so. That is your 3 of your best pitchers, other than Casey Mize, going out 1-2-3, 1-2-3 punch. You should be able to take care of the Orioles, and I need to see more of the bats right now.
Randall Smalls in the chat. I would take Montero over Skubal any day.
That is
right.
Poppycock. That is the foolishness. That is the dumbest listen.
Sure.
I like you, Randall Smalls. Like, shout out. You're always in the chat. I appreciate you. But what the fuck are we talking about? Genuinely. Do you watch baseball?
Dante 151. Now, hold on, Justin. Don't lump all of us Tiger fans together. Me and my dad were cheering for Scuba.
Thank God.
Hey, and Dante,
Respect.
tip of the fucking cap
Always to
you.
Dante.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you, man, and I appreciate you. You're a sensical, and we don't debate each other a lot because we're usually on the same page.
And
so, shout out to you.
Real quick, too, I do have an interview of Gleyber Torres from our guy Nick, where he is talking about Kiter Montero and Troy Melton.
Bro.
All right.
All-Star game is in your rookie season. Kevin McGonigal has done the same. How does he help you in the lineup?
Oh man, it's special. Literally from the first day on the season, he's making impact. He's looked like he played on the league already like 8 years. Really confident, really good at bat. And seeing Tay does at bat made me feel more confident because I see more pitches. He always takes 7-8 pitches, so that's made me see more pitches. And he passed the baton to me and just passed the baton for the other guys. It's really special.
One of your World Baseball Classic teammates, Kiter Montero, has truly taken the next step. How have you seen him evolve since the World Baseball Classic to now?
Yeah, he's really mature. I think his confidence is getting better and better. I think the experience on the WBC, we other really good pitcher. Johan Santana was the pitching coach. He always talked with Santana. And I think those little tips help him to get continued to the season. And, all the job he's doing with the team. I mean, he's coming from the bullpen. He started the game. It's not that easy. It looks easy, but it's not. I mean, preparation and confidence is there. And, he's been awesome. He's been doing the job for the team, and I'm really happy for him.
Gleyber, you're...
And Troy Melton and Kiter Montero.
Melton's been great.
Shout out to America playing The Difference by Flume. It's my favorite Flume song of all time.
I knew you.
Shout out to Nick
can't
Koloff
lie.
for getting that interview.
I wasn't. Lynn, you can call me a dick if you want. I was not listening to the interview. I was listening to the song because it is 401. And
Shout
I've
out
had
Freddie Felt.
an enjoyable show, and I thank you guys, and I thank Gordo. It was a great interview. I was listening to the first part, but once the song got turned up a little bit in the background, it was over.
Check it out. Freddie Felt, $2 super chat. Rando's Take, brought to you by Loom Cannabis.
Shout out Freddie Felt.
We appreciate all you guys.
Gordo, you guys doing a post-game show tonight?
Oh, yeah. The next 3
tap
days,
in
we will have
tonight,
post-games.
Woodward Tigers
Check
YouTube
it
channel,
out.
post-game show, Gordo and his 150-year-old chestnut desk, and then Nick, as always, from the park. So make sure you tap in with them. It's a great time.
Like he said. Also, the big guy will be back tomorrow. Braylon returns to the Braylon Edwards show. I'm sure
And we're scrapping. I got takes.
He'll have some good Jalen Rose.
He's not ready
stories,
for me tomorrow.
that's for sure.
I tell you that right now.
Can we ask you, smash that like button before you get out of here? We appreciate
It's free,
you all.
people. Come on. Do it for the kid.
For sweep, my man Gordo. I'm Anson. This is Justin. It's the Braylon Edwards show. See you tomorrow.